Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Raeann, but you can call me Ray. Today's video is going to be on these two new Colourpop palettes. I don't know, I'm excited for more like nude palettes. I don't know why, but you know, I'm excited for these two. So this one is Blush Crush. I feel like that sounds weird when you say it, Blush Crush. This one right here, super pretty packaging. And then we have Nude Mood. So again, super pretty packaging. I just love like the softer like nude colors with like the floral print. It just looks super pretty. They are selling these at Ulta now. I know they started having them online and then they brought them to Ulta. So I picked these up. I picked these up at Ulta for $14 each. Actually, shout out to Dean. He picked them up for me. So the outside packaging looks the same as the box. And you have all of the 9 shade, like, the names. There we go. We have the names on here. They don't come with mirrors, but they have, like, the cute little pattern, like the box and the outside of the packaging does. And then this is what the inside of this one looks like. So super pretty. And then this is what the inside of this palette looks like. So super, like, pretty pinky nudes, pinky purpley nudes. Well, like, I don't know. I was gonna say, I guess it's not really nude, but you know, you get it. It's like a pinky, I don't know. So this is what this one looks like, and then the outside looks the same as the box. And then again, no mirror on the inside here. And then you have all of the shade names here. And then you do have the shade names underneath the shadows too, which is nice. I honestly prefer that versus having to like flip the palette over to figure out what shades you used. Let's go ahead and get into the swatches. So today's video we're gonna do the swatches and we're gonna do a look for each palette. So we'll start with Blush Crush. So again, this is what it looks like. And then we're just gonna go, I guess I'll just read you the shade names as I'm going. So this one is Lovesick, Pop a Bottle. That is like not really showing. Okay, yeah, that one's just really sheer. I honestly can't even see anything from here. And then we have the one in Enamored. I said that weird. Enamored. Made You Blush. Blossom Up. Oh, that one's really pretty. This is Haro Rouge. Alright, that one's kind of patchy. Cheek to Cheek. And Blush Wine. Okay, so our mattes are definitely kind of swatching out a little patchy, and I know some of them are a little hard to see. But overall, I mean, I think this is a pretty color palette so far. That one swatched out super bad. But yeah, some of the mattes are just not swatching out the greatest. But I know I say this so much in my videos, but you know, even if they swatch out kind of weird, they could always perform better on the eyes. And I've never really had issues with Colourpop palettes. Usually they're really good, especially for the price, so I'm not super worried about it. Okay, so that was Blush Crush. Now we're gonna go into Nude Mood. So again, this is what it looks like. These two together, like, they kind of just remind me of the, like, is it Give It To Me Straight? I think that's the palette that it reminds me of. And this one kind of reminds me of, is it Double Entendre? I forget what one it reminds me of. Okay, so this shade is Bluffin'. This is Wink Wink. I totally swatched those super far apart from each other. Okay, and Bare to Wear. Au Naturel. Just put on airs. Oh, that one's really pretty. I'm just a sucker for any shimmers, honestly. This is Mugged Off. And then a Lap of Lux. the Cocoa and Moody. Oh no, okay. Trying to redeem that. Okay. So yeah, some of the mattes are a little bit patchy. I feel like this one swatched out a little bit better than the other one, but this is definitely your kind of basic, like nude, like bronzy, like warm tones, so super pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and start the look. I'm gonna start with Blush Crush, and then we'll move into, whatchamacallit? Nude Mood. There we go. Then we'll get into the other one. We'll do one look for each, and I'll be back. Okay, so back. This is what we have so far. I feel like both of these looks are probably gonna be a little predictable, but you know what? It's fine. Totally fine. I really like this lip color, by the way, but anyways, and I do, honestly, I'm sure a lot of these like shadows are probably repeats because Colourpop does that a lot. I didn't actually look into it, but yeah. Anyways, we'll go ahead and just get into it. Okay, so we're gonna start with Cheek to Cheek, so this shade right here. Okay, and then from there we're gonna go into this shade right here. So a good majority of these matte shades are like satin shades because they have like shimmer in them. Is that the right term for it? I think so. So they've got like some sort of like glitter in there. So just so you know, there's only like 3 like true mattes in here. 2 of them are the more like off-white shades, I guess. So that's something to keep in mind. And then from there we're gonna go into Blush Wine, so this shade right here. Okay, so I'm just going to go into all of the shades that we already used just to kind of make sure everything's blended out. Okay, so from here I'm going to use a little bit of glitter primer, and then we're going to go into some of the shimmer shades. Where is my glitter primer? I think that's the one thing I might end up losing more than my brushes is the glitter primer. Like, I just used it. It's one thing too is things often fall and I like don't pick them up whenever they fall, and then I forget that they fall, and then I'm like, where did you go? Alright, I found it. It definitely fell on the floor. Okay, so now probably took too much of that, so just placing that on my lid, and then we're gonna go into this Blossom Up shade. Just going to apply this with my finger. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with a brush and just kind of get that in a little bit closer to the inner corner, and then also just bring it down a little bit. So from here I'm gonna go into Enamored, so this one right here, that's gonna be our inner corner color. Just kind of packing that on. Actually need a little bit more in here. And we're also going to go into Pop a Bottle, so that's the other, it's the shimmer shade that's in the middle in the top row. So we'll just go into that. I need to do that again on this side. Okay, and then I'm going to use a little bit of Pop a Bottle. Yep, Pop a Bottle. And then have that go under my brow for like a little bit of a highlight color. So from here we're just going back into Cheek to Cheek, the first shade that we started out with, and then go into Haro. That's just mainly going to be on the outer side. Okay, so that's basically it. I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup, and I'll show you guys what everything looks like, and then we'll get into a look for Nude Mood. Okay, so this is the finished look. Alright, so fairly simple, but I do think it turned out pretty. Just pretty. Yeah, everything was fine to work with. You know, I feel like I have nothing bad to say about Colourpop palettes. So yeah, I'm really curious. I'm sure a lot of these shades are something that I already have. So whether or not you actually like need this palette is one thing, because I probably have a good majority of these shades already, but they were easy to work with. They are pretty. If this is a palette, like if this is a color scheme that you don't already have, then it's nice to kind of have an intro to it in a smaller palette and then see if you kind of like these shadows on you. They're really pretty. They're like rosy, purpley toned, like a little bit of both, and it would be a really good palette for spring. So yeah, it's pretty. I could see myself doing like a look for Valentine's Day with something like this too, which I kind of want to do like Valentine's Day makeup, like some sort of tutorial, but I have no idea what I would do exactly because I could take that so many different ways. But yeah, no complaints there. It probably wasn't anything that I really needed, but if you don't have shades like this yet, then it would be a good intro to shades like this. But yeah, it would be a good intro to shadows like this. So if you don't have them, then this would probably be a good thing to pick up, and it is only $14, so you really can't beat the price. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, and then I will come back with a look for the Nude Mood palette. Okay, so this is the look we have going on right now. Again, super simple, but let me know if you guys like looks like this versus like any other looks that I've done. Something a little more on the simple kind of, you know, without having to do anything crazy like cutting up crease and all of that. If you like this, let me know. Okay, so we're gonna start with, I don't know why I just did them without pointing to a shade. We're gonna start with this shade right here. And overall, this look is just pretty similar to the other one as far as like technique and everything. That always reminds me of SpongeBob. Anyways, literally everything reminds me of SpongeBob, so it's like I'm still like 8. I'm gonna start with the shade here. I do appreciate a nice like bronzy eye every once in a while. I really don't do them super often on my own, so definitely more of a bright and colorful person as far as eyeshadow goes. So doing looks like this is actually really fun because I don't do them as often. Okay, so from here we're gonna go into this shade right here. There is a ton of kickback in these palettes, but that doesn't really bother me much. Alright, so from there we're gonna go into this shade right here. Actually pretty blended out right now, so I don't think I really need to go back in other than this part. I am actually, you know what, scratch that. I will go back into the shades that we just used a little bit. So just going backwards into the shades that we used. Starting off, going back into the first shade now. Alright, so I feel like that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to take a glitter primer, and I'm just going to take a little bit of glitter primer because I am going to use the shimmers. So it's always just easier to use a primer before shimmers, and I mean, if you apply with your fingers, usually you wouldn't need it, but I just like that extra like oomph, you know? So okay, so now I'm gonna go into this middle shade right here, so this one right here. And then from that shade, I'm actually going to go into this shade 2 for the outer portion of my eye. So I'm going to start with the first one. And then get to the outer portion. Now I'm just going to take like a flat brush and get the inner corner a little bit better. It's always kind of hard for me to get like the inner part just because of my nail. And I'm bringing the shadow up a little bit past my crease a little bit. And we're going to bring this down. So overall this is pretty similar, basically the same exact style, just with the different shades. From the other palette as far as looks go, and then I am gonna just take that darker shimmer shade one more time but with a brush. Okay, so I have a tiny bit of mascara from my last look still underneath my eye. So from there I'm just going into shades that I've used already for the under part of my eye. We're gonna do the Cocoa, so this one. And then Mugged Off. I think I might have forgotten to go in with the Cocoa on this side, so... Okay, and then from there I'm going to go into Bare to Wear, which is one of the, like the creamy matte shade on the top, so it's the third on the top. And just using that to kind of buff out the outer part of the look. Alright, so this is basically it. Oh my god, my hair is a mess. I desperately need to wash my hair. I'm going to... Oh, I forgot. So, for the inner corner, I just use the Wink Wink shade. So that's the second shade in the palette. And just kind of adding that to that more golden-y shade. Just really is a nice, like, pretty inner corner highlight with, like, just a golden hint to it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish off this look. I'm going to put on probably a different lipstick. I actually like this lipstick with this look. I do think I want to go with something a little more red. I'm going to finish off this look and I'll be back to show you guys. Okay, so I totally forgot that I wanted to wear this sweater while I was doing this look. Not like it really matters, but look how good everything looks together, okay? Anyways, this is the finished look. So, I just love the darker like red lip with like a golden eye, like golden, like bronzy look. I just love it. I love it so much. This lipstick looks really dark on me, especially from here. It kind of looks like it might be black or something, but it is a darker red. Hopefully it shows better on camera than from what I can see from here. But yeah, so very, very simple. Just a quick rundown really fast. So for both of the palettes, they are pretty good quality, very similar to any of the other Colourpop palettes I've ever used. Basically, I don't think I've ever used a bad Colourpop palette, like, you know. So do I have the shades? And this is speaking for both of them. So do I have the shades? Yeah, probably. Did I need them? Probably not. If you don't have colors like this, then it would be something to look into. It's nice having a smaller palette versus having like a 12 pan or bigger. These are definitely travel friendly, so you know, if that matters to you and you like a smaller palette, this is definitely a good option. It's very simple, it's super easy to work with. Yeah, I mean, I really don't have any complaints as far as either of the palettes go. But like I said, it's probably not anything that I really needed. I definitely have these shades already. So that being said, you know, if you don't have shades like this, or if you need more, if you would like to use them more often, then they are good options. I mean, they're only $14 per palette, and because they are smaller, it really doesn't take up much space like in my collection at all. It'd be a good option to kind of, like I said, travel with. So this could fit in your purse very easily, or like just a smaller makeup bag. So it's nice to have that smaller option to work with. Overall, especially that Blush Crush one, it makes me excited for spring. So, and this one is nice because it can give you more of a darker dramatic look the other one can't give you. But yeah, I really have no complaints. Like I said, I definitely already have these shadows, so it's kind of like for me, I really didn't need them, but you know what? I love makeup and I love playing with makeup, so here we are. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We'll see you next time.